Making a set of metal art lanterns. Here I am in our shop, working the vise to flatten out the spoons. They're going to be going into the wind chime. You've got to flatten them a little bit to a time. If you get in too big a hurry, they'll actually crack and split. So you work a little bit one spot and then move the spoon. And see, eventually they do get flat. Now I'm going to flatten out the handles. Take the rest of the curve out. Then I'm drilling the holes. Even with brand new bits, I've discovered that some of these forks and spoons are really tough to drill. Okay, now we have to bend the forks to hold the spoons hanging down that clank and make the sound for the chime. I actually heat the fork. I'm watching for it to actually get red hot. And then you bend the tines. But if you don't have the vise tight enough, then the whole fork moves. So you gotta stop and retighten the vise. Okay, now we'll try it again. Now we reheat the tine. You're watching for it to get red hot. Seems to be the best way to be able to bend them. Easiest way, I should say. Then you bend the tine. But in some cases, they get to a certain point on you, and you gotta break. Doesn't seem to matter what type of fork. Some break, some don't. I haven't found a magic potion yet. So this one I'm bending a little more cautious and a little slower on this one. Gonna bend it a little bit to a time. See if we can keep it from breaking. Thinking maybe I rushed that other one. You can bend them as far or as short as you'd like. If you don't bend them out really far, then the spoons are a little closer together, but it doesn't seem to make a difference in how easy they hit or don't hit with the wind. I did discover that. And then that one also breaks on me. So here I finally got one to bend out. Now I'm actually bending the tips, doing the same thing. You heat them till they're about red hot. You bend the tips up, that way the strings or twine or fishing line or whatever you're using to connect your spoons with will stay on a little better. They're less likely to slide off. Now here I'm also hitting the backs of the forks and spoons, taking out the spoons. I also use the end of the file, getting there, smooth out the side. Alright, now the fork's bent, the spoons are flattened, now we have assembly. In this case I'm using a really big spoon for the center. Although you can use whatever combinations you want to use. You could even probably use knives if it really struck you. Threading the line through and around the tines to try to get it about in the center. And then hanging the spoon. And get your knot tied. Always seems like first try I start to get the spoon where I think I want it, and I go to tie the knot and then it goes down way farther than I thought. Like right there. So then you untie it. And you try again. Then once the center one's hung, you just hang your other 4. Using the forks that the tines on the fork that you bent out, you can hang the other 4 spoons. And when they're all done, you add some sort of a hook on top of your fork to hang it, or a piece of wire, or another string, or whatever, and you are good to go. And finish chime.